Chris, there is a so-called package on the table negotiated by member states at the IWC, and in June we expect a decision by the International Whaling Commission about that kind of package. What does that package mean for whales?
Well, first of all, the package really in many ways isn't something new. The IWC looked at something very similar about 10 years ago, and in fact about 8 years before that. It's an attempt by those within the IWC who feel that they cannot put up with the blackmailing and the pressure from the whalers to try and find some sort of compromise. And basically the package legitimizes commercial whaling, allows those who have rejected the controls of the IWC over the last 20 years to be rewarded with whaling quotas, and in fact allows them to lock that into place for some 10 years while the IWC then considers how to move forward. So in all, it's actually a reward for the intransigence of those who've continued whaling in the last 20 years.
Some countries argue that less whales will be killed once the package is adopted. Is that true, or what would it actually mean in terms of the numbers of whales being killed?
Well, firstly, we don't quite know in terms of the numbers, and secondly, nothing in the package would guarantee that the number of whales would be lower. We may actually see a package come forward which has a lower total number of whales for year 1, year 2, year 3. But the devil is in the detail, as people would say, and the package actually doesn't stop countries taking whales under scientific permits. It doesn't stop countries objecting at some stage within that 10-year period. It actually doesn't stop other countries wanting to come in and take quotas. And the quotas that they're talking about at the moment are not based on any scientific principle. They'll be based on a political decision to reward those countries with a quota. Now, as a whaling country, the legitimization of whaling most probably is their first objective. Once they've established that, you can pack the IWC with your supporters, you can push back all the conservation measures that have been achieved so dearly over the last 25 years, and then you can start to rack those quotas up. Any legitimization of commercial whaling really is the beginning of large-scale whaling for the future, however people describe it, whatever language they try to use, whatever mysticism of calling it cultural or traditional. It is commercial whaling, and for commercial whaling to be profitable, it needs big-time whaling, it needs international trade, and that means we will see the fleets at sea again, and the seas will be turning red.